Howdy, and welcome back to Morrigan's Creations. I'm Mark, and I haven't got a script prepared for this video. It's very rare that I do, but I just wanted to take the time today for this upload to just sort of say something that might be obvious to a lot of you, but it wasn't really to me. It's not something that I really thought about, and that's just the simple concept of making your models your own. I found that when I've been making models in the past, I've been trying to justify the decisions I've made by linking back to the lore, and that's not something you need to do. You've bought the models, I assume, and you owe them nothing now. You own them, you do with them what you want, and I feel that's pretty important in this hobby because it's all about creativity. And if we're all painting models the same, converting them into the same things, you're not exploring that creativity, are you? So what I wanted to do a while ago was a concept of Hellcast Eternals, and I spent ages looking through the lore trying to figure out what happens when they die. You know, pretty obvious stuff, but I was trying to find a way for them to essentially become undead, and I couldn't really find any ways to do that. So I abandoned it for a long time, and then the other week I sat down and I thought, don't care, I'm making zombie vindicators. And that is exactly what you're seeing in the background, and honestly I think they're some of my favourite models now. I bought the Dominion box ages ago, and I never really did anything with them. But now that I've explored this concept with this model, I want to make more. And you might have noticed I'm actually painting this a little bit differently. I decided that I was going to have a look again into Slapchop. Not really my favourite thing, but I think it worked well on the black armour. And even I'll admit, it's a good technique when it comes to conceptualising your ideas. You know, I wasn't entirely sure what I was going to be doing with these guys, but using Slapchop, I was very quickly able to nail down the theme that I wanted to go with, and that was something that I'm not really used to. I try to paint quite vivid colours, don't really try and go much towards the grimdark aesthetic, but I think with this model it really shows through the concept and just how undead this thing is. And I also experimented for the first time with glowing weapons. So you can see here, using AK Interactive, beautiful paint, love it. I decided that I wanted this to look as though it's been burning in the fires of hell. And I might actually have to make a separate video just on that, exploring it a little bit more. So if that's something that you want, be sure to like, comment and subscribe. Let me know that that's what you want. If that's not something that you want, be sure to go in the comments and let me know. Let me know what you do want to see, whether you want this to just be a short instead of a long form video. And yeah, I always read all my comments, and I'll admit, I genuinely love reading them. And best of all, it tells the algorithm that people are interacting with this channel, pushes it out, even if it's something that you don't like. If you comment and say you don't like it, it'll push it out to those that just might. Otherwise they probably won't see it. I know that I've gone a little bit off topic, but I'll just go back to the main points, and that is making the models your own. If you're taking them to a tournament, I imagine as long as they're on the right size base, you can do what you want. But I do know that Golden Demon, it has to make sense in the lore, which is why I don't enter. And I know there's probably a few people watching this now that are like me, they just enjoy painting the models. And they enjoy the kit bashing, the converting. If that's you, I'd honestly say go wild. You know, like I said earlier, you've paid for the models. You don't have to paint them how they are on the box. I'd advise you don't. Paint them how you want, what looks cool to you. Even if you do play the game, chances are if you run into somebody and say, oh, you're doing some Hellcast Eternals like me, and you want them undead, as long as they're on the right size base and you're following the rules, I can't see there being any problem. I think you've got a higher chance of them saying, you got some cool models. I wouldn't have thought of doing them as undead. And I know to a lot of you that's probably obvious, but like I said at the start, it wasn't entirely obvious to me. I was going a bit too deep into it, trying to figure out how to make it make sense in the lore, and I think that really held me back in making these models. So now that I've got that new knowledge, I can go crazy with these things. Sugar. If your attention's drifting, I just spilled a pot of paint, and it cost like £2. So yeah, I thought I was immune to this, that's why I've been moving everything into dropper bottles. Lesson learned. I should have moved the rest of them into it before I started recording the video. So yeah, background ruined, money lost, only £2. But yeah, I moved these straight into bottles. If that's something that you want to know how to do, dead simple, let me know. I know I'd normally talk everybody through exactly what's going on in the video, but I think as this is more of a concept piece, I'll probably do another video on this in the future, and I'd only be talking through it twice. So that's why this is more of a discussion kind of video. And if this is something that you've had issues with in the past and you've stopped yourself doing projects just because they don't fit with the lore, go back and do them. You'll be surprised how well they turn out. You don't have to be confined to what they say in the book. And with that, that's pretty much everything that I wanted to say. So there's just a little bit of footage just finishing off this model. I'll do a little turnaround at the end, just showing you how it looks. And yeah, like I say, if you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, share it with your friends. Send it to your nan, she might like it. And yeah, I'm just going to leave you with the end of the video. Nice little turnaround of it. And yeah, I think I'll see you next week. I'm going to start trialing weekly videos. See you next time. Thanks.